Please stick around for the end of the video. I have a small little announcement to talk about for the next Warframe Digest. Thank you and enjoy. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen! Welcome to another episode of the Warframe Digest, episode 46. Till we going over Devstream 46, 64, the flipping numbers continue! And all its relevant topics. Well, what did they talk about in this Devstream? This is the Devstream leading up to Update 18. The second Dream. Update 18 has already been confirmed to be December 2nd. So let's get that hype train rolling. So, what can we say about this Devstream? Well, a little quickly reminder, the Nexus app, which is the app that will be accompanying and will be very complementary to Warframe, has been submitted into cert and will be going live within the next few days, within the week maybe, to make it in time for U18. Sadly, this is the first iteration of the app and it will only work on PC versions of the game. Consoles versions have to wait for a submission and approval according to their partnered companies for that platform to allow them to connect and interact with the app. So you guys are not that far behind. You guys will get it just a little later. So that's that. So let's move on. They talked about Mag Prime being PBR, and Volt also is getting another PBR look at. Volt Prime already came out with a PBR on its initial release, so that makes it that all three current starter frames have a PBR treatment, and they look their best and shiniest. They are also talking about Update 18 coming out with a new combo stance for these single swords. Start polishing that Docker Prime and your Cronus, or your Skana, or your single sword in general, and keep an open ear to find out where that stance drops. Currently this stance looks very interesting, and it looks like it's going to be a lot better than Crimson Dervish or Iron Phoenix, so I'm expecting to get my hands on this really soon. And talk about really soon, trading! Trading has always been a big topic for Warframe. It's been a very clustery and noisy little situation, and they've added a new relay. Currently the new relay will be stationed on Earth. This is the Earth trading post. As you can see, it seems a little bit more forgotten and abandoned, but that's intentionally within its design. Upon going into the main concourse, you can see that there are trees here. What is this? The trees represent the new Warframe statue in the center, which is Oberon. If you can see him right in there, he looks like Groot. And he is the Earth Frame. You can find him on Earth, and he is the Earthly Druid. So Oberon will be a new statue. This will be a trading post that will be the first of many iterations that you can come in here, advertise that you're interested in trading, and you can also advertise that you're interested in trading and receiving. So they are going to play with this. This will be constantly changing, and it is the first iteration to change up the trading situation. And this will make it easier to find people that are willing to trade and not have to look through a clutter of just text. So this will make the experience a little bit more interesting. The daily limits are still applicable to this trading post, so trade wisely, Tano. Trade wisely. And talking about wisely, when I don't know how, the Simulacrum is getting an improvement, so you can actually go in here and test your loadouts and make a very wise decision on how your loadouts will be used in-game. The improved Simulacrum comes with an improved room, and it also has an arsenal built in it, so you can actually change your weapons and change the mods and change your loadouts and builds and try multiple different things in here, so no more having to quit and then re-walk all the way over to Samaris just to get into Simulacrum. So this will make buildings, wow, that's weird, buildings, a lot more applicable and a lot more viable to certain players, and for YouTubers that do this for a habit and for passion, this will make it a lot more interesting and easier to just show off and show them and display them and change them on the fly. Talking about changing and displaying, the Sorties. The Sorties are the new challenge systems that are being added in Update 18. This is more of an endgame situation for higher level Tenno. The Sorties will be daily and they will reset every single day. That's what daily means, Dark. And the reward tables will be cycling every 15 days. So upon completing all 3 levels on that day, you have a chance of getting one item from the pool, which is shown at the bottom of this listing. Do note, every stage will have a modifier that will make this level slightly harder and harder and harder as you go. Stage 1 will have an average of about 50, Stage 2 the average will be about 70 to 80, and Stage 3 will be between 80 to 100, making it for those higher end plays. They will be regulated to at least Mastery 4 and up, and you have to have weapons and Warframes that are at least rank 30 to even start. So you need the rank 30 requirement and a Mastery 4 requirement, and you can go. This will not be like raids that is invite only. You can go into these by yourselves and be picked and be set up into a pug group, which is a pickup group, with other Tenno to do these sorties. As you can see here, the listing of the rewards is very varied. It shows the Vandal weapons, it shows the Wraith weapons, it also shows mod cores, and even the legendary core. This is for the Season 1, which will be for the first 15-day rotation set, and this will be changing out every 15 days to give out new rewards. Some will stay, some will go, we don't know, but this will be very rewarding for those end game Tennos. If you do them every single day within the 15 days, you have 15 times to dip into this pool and potentially get what you need or what you desire. And talking about need and desires, some people burn out their revives every single day, and those 4 revives will no longer have a platinum cost affiliated to them. Starting update 18, after every mission completion or after every mission quit or dismiss, or just whenever you leave it, the revive value will be reset back to 4. If you have the arcanes at max levels, it'll be 5. Unless you're wearing both arcanes at max levels, it can be 6. But they will reset back to their max values upon exiting the mission, which will be very nice for earlier new game Tennos. And talking about a new Tenno, we have a new Warframe joining the ranks. Her name is Ivara, or Ivara. Well, the goddess, she is the Norse bow warrior goddess, or embodiment of the bow warrior. Pretty much another god frame from the Norse area. So Loki, you're not alone. And this is the winning name, and close second place by just a few percentage was Willow, followed by Artemis and Loxley. And this is the archer frame. Ivara comes with very interesting skills, and you can see them here. Her first skill has been dubbed Quiver, because you will be pressing it and you'll be changing different types of bolts she has in her quivers. The bolts consist of 4 different variances that are very drastic and unique into their own playfield. We have crawling arrows, which is small invisibility pockets that you can shoot on the ground and walk into, and you are completely stealth. This applies to Tennos, not the enemies. So you can literally hit an enemy and then just walk up to them and you're invisible as long as you're next to them. The second arrow type is Snooze, or the sleeping arrow. Upon impact, it will mark all enemies within a certain area or a certain radius of its impact point to just fall asleep. Her third arrow is Decoy. Upon hitting an area, it will resonate some sound that will distract the enemies to that one location so they can go and move along and actually get out of your way. And the fourth arrow is Zipline. Zipline will shoot a zipline hook into the impact site, and it will create a point A to point B zipline point that all Tennos can use and jump and just traverse overall. This is a very interesting first skill, and the first time we see a skill with multi-purposes so drastic. You could combine these arrows to do different unique things, but we'll leave that to the players to do and decide for themselves. Her second power has been dubbed Aftertouch. It lets you manually control the last fired projectile. And the keyword here is last fired projectile. It will work with grenades, it will work with rockets, it will work with bullets, and it will work with arrows. And the team has said it will work with the glaive. And if it does not, we will make it work with the glaive. And that's a throwback to Dark Sectors, their first game, where Hayden Tenno would throw his glaive, and you can actually manually move it around in mid-air and mid-flight to get those pinpoint dedicated tosses. Her third ability, I did not catch the name, but I'm dubbing it Pickpocket, because it is a skill that lets you go next to enemies and actually pickpocket them for an earlier chance into the loot tables. So you can actually steal and get an earlier item, kind of like Desecrate, but while they're still alive, and then you can kill them in a brutal manner. So we're going to leave that to you guys to see how you play along. And the last and final skill was dubbed Artemis's Bow. and this was dubbed by Rebecca. No idea if that's the actual name. And the way she described it is upon pulling the string and firing an arrow, you shoot off a fan of arrows in a direction, thus impacting multiple enemies and causing mass arrowly destruction. And Artemis's bow will work with the quivers as long as you have that skill active, and there will be a lot of interplay, and you can actually use the aftertouch, most likely, to manually control the fan of arrows. Sadly, Ivara, because of her stealth-orientated play, will be available only through Spy Vault rewards, so start getting into the early habit of doing those Spy Vaults and doing the best you can, and start looking throughout the vaults for Ivara now. Along with the new Warframe, they are also introducing a new login reward system. Currently, the login reward system has been a roulette system that was kind of hit and miss, kind of dodgy, and it gave you experience for items you did not really need them. The new login reward system has been revamped and redesigned, so it is no longer bound to consecutive days. It is non-consecutive at this point. It is affiliated to your overall login total. The new login reward system will have a very interesting new reward pool, ranging from prime mods that are exclusive to the login system, along with new weapons that are available to this system alone. There will be a lot of exclusivity, ranging from weapons, mods, skins, and who else knows what's available, sigils, as they said at one point, which will be very beautiful and interesting. The new login reward system is not retroactive, so everyone is starting off at day 1 regardless of how long you've been playing. But good news, if you have higher masteries, the higher your mastery is, the easier chance you have of getting those rare items earlier on throughout the reward cycle. Although they have said there will be specific milestones, so 50 days, 60 days, 100 days, and so on and so forth, specific points where you get specific items. So good news and bad news, we'll see what's available, and I'm looking forward to it because that thing needed a big renewal. And talking about things that seem to be big, Sentience. Sentience will have some sort of part in Update 18. They will be a higher end unit, and they will be creeping their way into the game slowly over time. There will be just a bit of them in Update 18, not an awfully lot for them or of them, but they will be in Update 18 in some form or manner. So we'll keep an eye out and our ears open to see where the Sentience can be and what's going to happen in the new questline. Talking about the new questline, Update 18 is the major hype. And talking about the new questline, that seems to be the major point for Update 18. Update 18 being the cinematic quest. They are teasing us with these few following images, and these teaser images are very confusing. The first image seems to be that of a bonsai tree. That's my interpretation of the image. We're debating that it might do something with Conclave and Teshin. No idea if we're accurate or if we're inaccurate about this. The second image is an assortment of symbols. Some of us are assuming this has to do something with the Stalker or the different types of histories that the Warframes had, and Teshin might reveal a little bit more about this. We really don't know. Assumptions. And the final and third image is Excalibur in a cutscene, and it's a screenshot of the cutscene. And they have said that your custom Warframe will be ported in on these cutscenes, so you will see yourself and your models and your character in these cutscenes to give you that connection that it is you. It is you, the player, and this is your story and your saga and your storyline. Or just, I'm repeating myself, let's keep going. And last but not least, they also talked about the Warframe rework for Rhino. People assumed it would come in with the new recent Premium Deluxe skin for Rhino, and it did not. But this will be coming in Update 18. No further confirmations or teases about who's the next Warframe rebalance or rework or retouch, but some of us are assuming it might be Volt, or it could just be Banshee or one of the other Warframes that really do need some love. So that's about it. There is a teaser site available at warframe.com/thesecond-dream that has daily codes for anyone and everyone that watches them. These codes are available for the next 24 hours when they show up. So we don't know what these codes give, but it's worth a look at and it's worth redeeming to see what we get or what you need. And this is very helpful to every and anyone because we don't know. Could be a potato, could be a blue potato, could be an orange potato, could be a booster, or it could just be credits or a blueprint for a weapon that you just might need or forgotten that was there. So that does it for Digest 46 and its relevant topics. So thanks for sticking around, and that one little announcement I made earlier is for I will be out of town when the next Devstream goes out, if the next Devstream goes out at all for this year. There should be one more Devstream before the year closes, and I will be out of town. I will be out of town and making it back on the Sunday of that week. So I will be at least 2 or 3 days late if the Devstream goes up on that Friday, to be exact on the 11th. So I will not be making it back until the 13th. So if I do make a digest, expect that digest to be up really late, guys, and I will be doing my best to try to keep up with it. Things tend to jumble around and things are rather hectic. I don't have a laptop to do the digest, so I will have to do it when I get home from my trip outside of the States. So thanks for watching, and tell me, guys, what are you looking forward to? What's a big thing in Update 18 you're excited about? Are you excited for Ivara? Do you like spy missions as a reward table drop for Ivara? Are you looking forward to new sorties and their daily rewards? Like, tell me, what are you guys looking forward to? What's the most exciting thing? And comment, like, subscribe, leave all the good things, and let's have a conversation down below, guys. Until next time, take it easy, have fun, and see you guys in-game.